hope everybody is well. If you haven't already subscribed, please do that. Ring the little bell, leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up, just lets me know that you're there. Doesn't cost you anything, just reminds me that I'm not talking to myself. Now, in the last few weeks it has been pouring with rain in Spain and they've not been able to get on the fields. So, welcome to Tile Town. This is Onda, and this week I'm loading tiles, and I also have another collection of stone further up the country. So I'm going around here to park. I can't start loading until tomorrow, but one of the other drivers, Tom, has told me this is a decent enough place to park. The little garage on the left here, little bar restaurant on the left, the yellow place, he said there's it's not too bad, and it's got a shower in, which is a bonus. And there's a little walk up the way, there's a little supermarket and a better restaurant up there. So I'm going to park here for tonight and start loading in the morning. So just for those that think all European drivers park in routiers or autohofs, this is the side of the road. The only problem being is my head's going to be downhill, and I cannot sleep with my head the other end of the bunk. So a bit of improvisation means that my head's the right end of the bunk and it's not downhill. Good morning. Well, I had my dinner yesterday in the restaurant that Tom recommended, and that was good. This morning I'm now on my second cup of tea, so we'll go and make a move. As we drive up here, you'll see what I mean about this being Tile Town. Everything here is to do with tiles, whether they're manufacturing, whether it's packing or transport. Everything in this town is to do with tiles. The sheer volume of exports of these tiles is unbelievable. Come round this way. These are some of the bigger exporters of tiles. I mean, the volume that is on our right now, that's why I came around this way to show you. I mean, this is just one exporter, and it's on your right, on your left, and here in front of you. The sheer volume here is just staggering. Now, as you saw in my other video, I was showing you Steve Fellows also does JCB out on the low loaders, so he loads those low loaders back with tiles every week. He may have 4 or 5 loads of tiles. It's a good load for the low loaders. So this down here is basically a groupage house for tiles, which means that companies that have small quantities to go to the UK, they give those odd pallets to this groupage place. They make it then into a full load back to the UK. Oh, there's an Irishman in here. He's obviously come down, cattle lorry, taking tiles back to Ireland. Small world. So I tried to show you where the bay was. I've been in to see the lady. She's given me all the details, and I just had to sit and wait for a little while. But they've cleared the yard, so I can get in and swing it round to reverse on that bay. It's not a big yard, but 9 times out of 10 they load outside because they either have curtain siders or the low loaders, but because I've got a fridge, I want to get on. There's my bay there. So he will show you back because it's got a funny lip on it, but what you have to watch is this. They've got a rack in here. Just have to watch that racking on the other side. He's there somewhere trying to show me back, but I can't see him because I'm right-hand drive. I think he's on the other side. Let me just straighten this up again. I have to get this straight and I can't see him. I'll have to see if I can go around the other way. So that was amusing. He forgot I was right-hand drive, so I've just got him to come over to the other side so I can see. He just needs to show me because the lip on the bay. Yay, there we are. It's like a ramp rather than a bay, that's the problem. So there are only 9 pallets here. And as you can see from here, this is what I mean, it's more of a ramp than a bay, because it's actually, they lift it up and down to put it on the back of the trailer rather than you're reversing in and out there like a normal flap that comes out automatically on a bay. I mean, generally what they're loading on this ramp is containers to go, shipping containers. Hopefully you can see from here, I'm not allowed up there because of obviously him driving the forklift, but because of the weight, the same as with the onions, what I'm having to do is, so I don't overburden the front axle, the steer axle, what he's doing is loading it backwards. So he's put 2 on the front, 1 in the middle, and then 2 backwards, and then I can load the the others backwards from there. Can you see where he's standing? There's a gap in between the two pallets. That's what he's got. It's like a big balloon, and it's a very strong balloon, and he's just blowing it up so that the pallets don't go sideways. Very clever. And that's what they do in containers when the loads don't fit, is they fill it up with these bags of air. There you go, look, there's the bag, and see how he's loaded it back off the headboard. So I'll put the bar up and then we can go and get the rest on. There you go, all done, paperwork and everything. Really nice people in there. I've loaded there before, really nice people. The rest of the load is up in Lerida, so it's about 3 hours from here, back out through Tiletown, as you can see. So I shall bring you back when we're nearly there. Screen. This is Catalonia. This is the sort of Barcelona area. That's all Catalonia around there. Now, sometimes I find the Catalans distant. Let me put it that way. Catalan is this strange language. It's kind of a mixture between Spanish and French. For example, they don't say gracias. They say merci, which it's like really confusing to us foreigners, but they do understand Spanish obviously, but they would rather you spoke Catalan, which as a foreigner is never going to happen. But the scenery up here is absolutely gorgeous. Everything is on a hill, a bit like the Basque area, but a bit more open here. So we're nearly there. It's just on this industrial estate on the right, I think. Not been in before, but it's on an industrial estate, so it's always a easier find. Huh, well, can't miss that one. Rubio. That's where we're going, just at the back there. Couldn't miss that one, could I? It would have been completely useless. just pull up here on the right, and there's usually a bell here somewhere. I'll see who answers the bell. So she's opened the gate for me. Anybody that lives in the north of Ireland, those overhead cranes always remind me of Belfast, always remind me of Samson and Goliath in Harland and Wolff there. Doesn't matter where I see them, still always reminds me of Belfast. Well, that's interesting, all carved out of stone somehow. Don't quite know. I mean, you see with the overhead cranes, the lumps of stone that are in these places start off as massive. So that's what we're going on. We're going on one of those ramps. Now that ramp is exactly the same that was in the tile place, but it's just that it was inside, so you couldn't see it. So it went up the stairs, and the lady in there's doing the paperwork and everything, but the guy said just put yourself on the ramp, and he made sure that everything was all right for him to drive in to the trailer. Obviously you've got to have decent floors for him to do that. I think it's only just a family business, but look at the lumps of stone up there, massive. So the guy came out and watched me back on the ramp, and as you can see, it lifts up off the floor. It actually rests on the back of the trailer, and this was my problem at the other place, is that you have to be right on that lip. Interesting piece of, I don't know, statue or something. Obviously something to do with getting the stone out of the ground. How cool are these stairs? I just think they're dead cool. Wouldn't quite go in my house, but I just think they're amazing how they just seem to float there. This viewing point is just outside the... I've got to go back in and get the paperwork. But you can see sort of from here how it starts off with one big lump of stone, and then they slice it, and it's almost like slicing a cake. I'd love to just go down and mooch, but obviously you can't. Right, back outside. What we've done is measured the space that the stone is going to take up and the space I've got left on the trailer. Again, this is so we don't overburden the steer axle. So what I've done is left the bar up at the front to stop those tiles coming back, and I've also put a bar up for him to load against, so there's a bit of a gap between the tiles and the stone, but obviously we don't want the stone to go forward. We don't want the tiles to come back, and we don't want the stone to go forward. So we did actually measure it. This guy has got like a massive tape measure, so that was cool, but I always keep one in my toolbox anyway, because if you're loading groupage, the space is done by the meterage, so each customer will have a certain meterage that they pay for. So by actually measuring the space that we had and the space that these crates were going to take up, our load is even across the whole trailer and the unit. Very nice guy actually, really helpful, really good on his big forklift at getting the load in tidy. So what I'm going to do is jump up when he's finished and put another bar at the back. It's just peace of mind. I mean, a lot of people say, oh, tiles, bricks, they don't move, but it only takes some idiot to pull out in front of you. You have to jam the brakes on and then everything will move, and it's just gravity. There we are, all finished, all sealed and paperwork done. Let's make a move up the road. So, I've come up the road. As some of you might realise, I had to cut a bit out because otherwise it makes the video far too long. And because of this being tiles, I have to clear customs in Spain before I head up through France. This is the customs place in Irun. It's got parking and everything. You sort of just follow the road round, and it's right on the border. The border is just up on my right, sort of straight in front of me, and then it'll be on my right when I get into customs. This guy is going very slow. I'm quite sure what he's doing. So let's just stay back a bit. Doesn't look completely sure of what he's doing himself. Well, he's pulled over to the left here. Let's just go past him. I think he's just... Oh, there's some of his mates in there. Maybe he's just supposed to meet in them. We'll just go past him. What are you doing? Indicators. Indicators. Always works. Use your indicators. Okay, let's just block the road. Any idea what you're doing, mate? Come on, give us a clue. I have no idea what he's doing, but he's just pulled straight across the road. We want to go straight on the other side of them buildings you can see over the top. What is he doing? No idea. Minutes later and I'm still sat here. I have absolutely no idea what this guy's doing. He's just wandering around, but there's like a great queue behind us trying to get into where I'm going as well, or trying to get past him anyway, so I don't know what he's doing. He's just wandering around. Oh, he's going backwards now. If not, with some drivers it's always a worry when they're going forwards. And now he's going backwards. That's even more of a worry. Unless he's just not been able to get into the forecourt properly. I have no idea. We'll just stay here out the way. There's a guy on the other side of him helping him reverse, and there's a guy behind him helping him reverse as well. But I can't make up my mind why he's reversing. amusing, this van has decided to come round me, and he's going to go in the pumps and out the other side, do a U-E, and just go round to the exit of the pumps. Don't blame him. But I don't understand what he's doing and why he's going backwards. I think he's just not took a big enough swing to get in. I've never driven a car transporter, so I don't know if they're difficult to drive or not. But I think he's just not took a big enough swing to get into the pumps. So we'll stay out the way. What is going to happen if he's not careful, he's going to get shouted at, because there's a great queue of people behind me now. I'm not one for shouting, but can't say the same for a lot of other drivers. Right, so he's got it back. Now what he wants to do is go forward and go around the block. It's all a square here. What he should do is go around the block, let the traffic pass, and he'll know where he's made the mistake last time. So, oh no. No, he's not doing that either. He's going to have another bite at it. He'll end up getting shouted at, and then that'll make him even worse. It will just get him wound up. Just go around the block, mate, and give yourself a bit of a breather and let the traffic pass so you're not under pressure. Well, I'm going to go past him. I don't know why you didn't just go around the block and come back, let the traffic. I'm just going to go past him, and we want to go straight on up there, so we'll just join this queue here.
Spain, England.
Spain, England, yes.
Aquí play,
Okay.
export, policía, no possibility. Only import, parking.
Okay. Please.
Parking here, pay.
Okay.
Passport, please. Frigo?
No.
No.
So what he was saying was the whole area is parking for customs, aduana, but if you're going Spain, England, you have to pay for parking. Only if you're coming England, Spain, you get a discount. So we need to park at this end, whereas there's you can't really see, but in front of me there's another gate, and then you go through that, and that's for imports into Spain. So we weren't there long, just a couple of hours. I'd like to thank Trevor Glaze from Paul Marsh at Bridge North for my coffee. Thank you very much. He's coming in to Spain. I left him there. He's been there a couple of hours already. Not a happy chap. And we're going to make our way up through France. So I won't take you through boring France again, but thank you for coming along with me. I hope you enjoyed this one. Like I said before, if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe, and you can join me next time. Always try and bring you something a bit interesting and give you a bit of info. If there's anything that I can help you with, please ask me. I will try. I'm not a genius, but I will just try and give you the benefit of my knowledge, and hopefully that works out. Thanks for coming along, everybody, and I will catch up with you later.